A staple of Dothan's food history is being demolished. Barrentine's fish market and oyster bar is known by many for its hot dogs. This week, heavy equipment demolished the building along Reeve Street. Fire engulfed the business last January as a historic winter storm dumped 8 inches of snow here in Dothan. Investigators said the fire was unrelated to winter weather and was due to an electrical issue. Before moving to Reeve Street, the seafood market and hot dog stand welcomed customers in the 5 Points area of downtown for years.